The right-wing candidate won the presidential election in Chile. José Antonio Cast received over 7.2 million votes, which means he received the highest support in the country's history. Chile is yet another Latin American country where conservatives are taking power. This has already happened in Argentina, Peru, and others. Polls and political analyses are one thing, but the shamans of Peru had their own ways of determining the frontrunner in the Chilean presidential election. After performing their magical ceremonies, they issued their verdict. With the help of the sacred plants, we have predicted what will happen in Chile. Both candidates are favored by the winds, the air, and the mountain spirits. But we saw Mr. José Antonio Cast as the winner. He will win the presidency in Chile. And that is exactly what happened. The right-wing candidate won decisively in the second round of elections against his left-wing opponent. Today, no one person won. No one party won. Today, Chile won. Hope won. Hope for a life without the fear that torments families. Chile won. The Chile that works. The Chile that wakes up at dawn. José Antonio Cast, a 59-year-old lawyer, politician, social activist, and leader of the right-wing Chilean Republican Party, won over 7 million votes in a country of 20 million. 58% of Chileans want evolution, change, less crime. Look how we celebrate. This is a real triumph. This is what our country wants: progress and zero communism. It was all a disaster. Drug trafficking has skyrocketed. People are afraid to go home. We have seen no progress in education or healthcare, so it was all a disaster. But that's over now. It is also the end of left-wing voters' dreams of open borders and further social programs. But the new right-wing president will not have an easy life, as the defeated candidate has announced. We will be a constructive and demanding opposition in order to improve the lives of our nation. At the same time, we will be firm in defending what has been achieved. There will be no doubt about that. The right-wing candidate won the hearts and minds of Chileans because he called for tougher law enforcement, harsher penalties for crimes, and a stricter immigration policy, including the deportation of illegal immigrants. We hope this election will unite us, end this polarization, and bring more jobs, more investment, and security. That's what we need. More and more Latin Americans share this attitude. After years of left-wing governments, record social spending, and ideological experiments, voters are saying enough is enough and voting for conservative parties. The most recognizable politician of this new wave of change in South America is Argentine President Javier Milei, who celebrated the second anniversary of his rule a few days ago. But the changes have also affected other countries in the region. In addition to Argentina, there are El Salvador, Ecuador, Paraguay, Panama, Bolivia, and Peru. Washington is watching the voters' decisions with approval. The victory of right-wing politicians and shared values in both Americas are in line with the latest U.S. national security strategy. We will enlist established friends in the hemisphere to control migration, stop drug flows, and strengthen stability and security on land and sea. This is proof that President Donald Trump's administration does not make empty promises. The USA is constantly gathering thousands of their soldiers and numerous ships off the coast of Venezuela. Nicolás Maduro, Venezuela's dictator, is allegedly behind one of the influential drug cartels and is cooperating economically and militarily with China and Russia.